Every time Jihan defeated a zombie, he felt stronger, like he was getting closer to another world's faith. His divine power grew with each strike, especially against the tough blood zombies. The relic Jihan carried seemed happy to be with him, like it knew Jihan was meant to have it. As Jihan got stronger, he learned how to use his divine power better. It was different from Ki, but just as important. With some help, Jihan learned to channel his divine power through his weapon. He got so good that he could even make holy fire appear when he crushed a blood zombie's head. After defeating many zombies, Jihan felt like he truly understood the faith from another world. His divine power got stronger, and the relic he had became even more useful. Even though the relic's rank went down, Jihan knew it was still valuable. He decided to save his divine power but kept fighting with all his might, sometimes using his divine power to make his weapon even stronger. Others watching Jihan were amazed at how precise and powerful he was. They saw him as a skilled warrior, especially Jiyang, who was impressed by his control and use of divine power. As Jihan fought on, the game changed. They weren't last anymore, and Jihan's strength was a big reason why. Meanwhile, the saintess remembered how cheap relics used to be. She explained how people thought there was a secret to them, but the prices dropped when no secret was found. Jihan learned about relics from other worlds and how they could make his divine power stronger. He found out his sister used to collect them too, and he even discovered some in her storage. Among the relics, Jihan found a metal pole from another world. It was earrank and had been used by clergy members to show their faith. Then, Jihan recognized Jie Yang, who once wielded the plum blossom sword. He remembered her from when he first started getting stronger with the nameless divine arts. But Jihan knew Jie Yang's story didn't end well. She lost to Sword King Yoon Seijin, who was now Japan's top player. Jihan was determined to change her fate. With the game coming to an end, Jihan decided to push harder. He leaped into action, using all his divine power to defeat the zombies and turn them to ashes with holy fire. In the end, the zombie horde was no match for Jihan's strength and determination. First place. The archer couldn't believe it. They were on top of the scoreboard, all thanks to a support player. Jihan's incredible 550 kills had led them to victory. Jiyang watched in shock. Was this the same person she trained with? How could a newcomer dominate the game like this? Even a skilled silver player would struggle to match Jihan's performance. The BattleNet game's imbalance was well known, but this exceeded anything Jiyang had seen. Feeling lost, she wondered if she should quit. As the game ended and the towers collapsed, Jihan found himself back at the tower's top, covered in zombie blood but unharmed. The archer bid him farewell, thrilled with their unexpected win. Approaching Jihan, Jiyang set aside her doubts. She was determined to recruit him for the Twin Star Guild. Jiyang's request for his number caught Sung JiHan off guard. He couldn't remember his Korean number, only the one from the United States. But he didn't see the point in exchanging numbers since he wasn't interested in joining any guilds. Instead, he looked forward to his rewards. In his previous life, his experience gain slowed after reaching 7th in the rankings. Now, as a low-level player, leveling up was exciting. He eagerly read the system messages announcing his achievements and rewards for finishing first in the defense game. The rewards from the game weren't as big as the tutorial, but Sung JiHan still felt satisfied. He figured if he kept winning, he could hit level 25 and join a promotion match in a month. But he knew keeping up the winning streak would be tough, especially with BattleNet matching players by level. Still, Sung JiHan was confident in his skills. He aimed for first place every time, hoping for extra points. He thought about buying a relic with his game points, but found the prices too high. Deciding to explore the house, he adjusted his stats and headed towards his sister's room. But his plans were interrupted by the sound of the door opening. In came a cheerful girl in a school uniform, surprising Sung JiHan. She noticed the damaged family photo and jokingly asked why he'd made it worse, then broke it completely. Sung JiHan could only watch in shock as she shattered the image of her father, Yoon Sh. JiHan greeted his niece, Sia, warmly but felt a bit sad. Even though she was 18 and 9 years younger, they were very close, almost like siblings. He remembered when his parents died, and his sister met Sae Jean, who promised to take care of them. They had a simple wedding, and Sae Jean moved in. JiHan helped raise Sia since she was a baby, but in the past, he couldn't protect her from something bad. Feeling determined, JiHan silently vowed not to let it happen again. Sae shared with JiHan about getting sent home from camp after a problem at the press conference. Her dad had called her before, saying he's in love and leaving everything to her. JiHan clenched his fists, feeling upset about her dad's actions and the situation they were left in. Sae Jean had sold most of his things before going to Japan, leaving only a little for Sae, and their family's reputation had been hurt too. Determined to support Sae, JiHan promised himself to be someone she could trust. In the Twin Star Guild HR Department's 3rd Division Executive Manager's room, Lee Ha-yeon, the executive manager, laughed at footage Jae-young brought. Despite Jae-young's poker-faced demeanor, Ha-yeon teased her. After discussing a potential recruit, Ha-yeon pointed out a video on BattleNet Fortune Teller, Mr. Sung's channel, catching Jae-young's attention. Jae-young wondered why Ha-yeon watched such videos, considering her wealthy background. Lee Ha-yeon mentioned that the guy in the video is accurate and would be famous if he streamed consistently. Jae-young thought he resembled JiHan. Jae-young noticed the title of a live broadcast, surprising Ha-yeon. It was about the Sword King's brother-in-law and daughter discussing a recent incident. JiHan set up a camera on BattleTube, a video streaming platform on BattleNet. Sae, dressed in black, looked at JiHan in disbelief as people in the chat criticized him. JiHan suddenly kicked and destroyed a statue of the Sword King, shocking everyone. Some fans were angry, but others supported JiHan. JiHan obtained an achievement and leveled up, looking happy.